We're hearing from the city of Stanley for the first time about the restructuring and changes in the Stanley Fire Department.
WBTV has reported extensively on the mass resignations and the lack of a full-time fire chief in the city. Today, we were introduced to the man taking over the department full-time. Our Cam Gaskins is live in Stanley right now after asking some important questions and working to get you answers. So, Cam, what did you learn?
Yeah, Siobhan, I learned that the city of Stanley is trying to make an effort to be more transparent moving forward with staffing decisions and such within the fire department, but we didn't exactly get a clear answer as to why there was that lack of transparency to begin with when all of the restructuring happened back in November. And as you said today, we were also introduced to the man, Gary Hilton, who is appointed as the city's first full-time fire chief back on Monday after serving as the interim fire chief since November. But there's also been a lack of transparency from the city about his past qualifications, namely in 2022 when Hilton crashed an ambulance he was driving in Gaston County while a passenger was inside. I asked City Manager Heath Jenkins why the city was comfortable hiring a fire chief with this kind of incident on his record so recently, and here's his response.
Accidents happen frequently in public safety. I know I've had personal experience with that, and fortunately for everybody involved in that incident, no one was hurt, no one was injured, and everyone was fine after the accident was over. And it was just an unfortunate event that happened. That happened frequently in public safety.
And I also asked Jenkins what the city plans to do specifically to maintain more accountability and transparency moving forward. And he said that today's press conference was supposed to serve as that first step in a more accountable city government moving forward. Reporting in Stanley, I'm Cam Gaskins, WBTV on your side.
Cam, thank you. Now to